y'all, Jennifer Waters here. Fight time is near. We are gonna go ahead and start talking about footwork and what you need to know to incorporate the best footwork into your MMA, kickboxing, or karate style fighting. Hang around in this video because we've got some awesome tips coming your way in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and dig into some important aspects of footwork and how to actually get to where you need to be in a fight, the importance of footwork, and how footwork really sets up everything else. The most important thing for you to understand is that all of your footwork has to start with a foundation. And in Kempo Karate, which is the style that I do, that foundation starts from your stance, from your fighting position. So a lot of different styles will teach you different types of ways to stand. In my particular style of Kempo Karate, one of the things that we do is we blade our feet. So our feet are slightly turned to the side, not completely into a side stance that you might see in sport karate, not to the front that you would see in more of a traditional boxing or Muay Thai stance, but bladed. So it's kind of like a hybrid, a little bit in between. Now the thing that I like to do in order to get a lot of spring and explosiveness in my feet is I actually will stay mostly on the balls of my feet. Actually the front foot and the back foot, whenever I'm working, I will use that pressure of pushing off with the ball of the foot to get wherever I need to go. Same thing if I'm coming here, and I'll show you at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you a really amazing angle step that you can work. You've probably seen it before from the likes of people like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who's also a Kempo Karate stylist, Raymond Daniels, popular in sport karate, and even Dominic Cruz, who has crazy footwork inside the MMA cage. So I'm gonna show you one of those techniques and how you can implement it right away. The next time that you're sparring, you can go out there and show off some fancy footwork. Sounds good, right? Hey, other thing, if you can, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button, hit like, hit that notification bell so we can continue to bring content just like this to martial arts fans and enthusiasts like yourself. So when we're here and we're working that footwork, knees are bent, hands are up, keep both those hands in an up fighting position, or you can stagger one hand down, one hand up. Most important thing, balls of the feet are what's working. We're gonna start off with a basic shuffle, a step forward. So I'm stepping forward, I'm stepping back. Now here's a great way to train this. You take this foot, you move forward and back, and you get used to this motion, forward and back. Once you have that motion down, add in that front hand. And once you have that motion down, you're gonna add in what we call a pull. Instead of going forward and back like this, I'll go forward. When I come back, instead of stomping again, I pick that foot up. What that really allows me to do is cover distance for kicks. So if I'm faking this person out with that jab, boom, throwing that jab, boom, boom, now I'm in position to throw a side kick, or bam, throwing the jab, boom. Lead round kick, very easy to implement. I'm gonna show you on the bag right here. If we're in position here and we've got that jab, we're extending it out, getting out of the way. You'll see this a lot in MMA fights. A lot of people will touch it up, see what their partner's gonna do, react. And the thing that you don't see though is that jab interchange with the lead leg very much. So I'm here, I'm there, right? So I'm here, throwing that jab, boom. Now I'm coming in with my lead leg kick. If you can get that rhythm and that timing down so that your jab and your lead leg kick match, whoo, now you've set up some incredible footwork that's gonna allow you to land those punches and those kicks. Now, next thing, at the end of this video, remember I told you to stick around, I've got an amazing set of footwork that you're going to want and you're gonna utilize right away in your training. I know it, I feel it, but make sure you hang around. For right now, let's talk about what you can do when you're throwing your punches and your kicks to get more power, because that's important in your footwork drills as well. So we've got just the basic forward movement, but when we do that basic forward movement, the next thing we want to do is you want to get used to turning that back leg and sitting down. It's called sitting down into your punches. So here, and then sitting down. Now, if you're setting up an MMA for a takedown, this is a great way to learn how to transition that weight. I want to take that front foot and I want to do my level change, right? So I'm here. Now, in MMA, when you're going for that shot, getting that level change either comes here and then here for a head-on single, or you can do the same thing. I can set it up, I can drop, and I can fire off a body punch, which again is a great way to confuse your opponent. Remember, footwork is all about that. Footwork is about trying to get your opponent to see you through a veil of camouflage. It's really what footwork is, right? If I was just here, of course, I can generate a lot of power. Wham, wham. But you can also see it a mile away. But if I'm here and I'm bouncing around, I'm moving my feet, this becomes a lot harder to see, which is what we ultimately want, right? We want to camouflage everything. Now, one of the things I was telling you about a moment ago was I was going to teach you something that you can use right away. It's really going to confuse your opponents in your next sparring match. Matter of fact, when you try in your next sparring match, let me know how it goes. Practice first. You can drop it in the comments. Let me know what questions you have about this footwork, and I'll help break it down even more, maybe in a further video. But it's something that we call the angle step. I love this. You've probably seen it utilized in a couple of different fighters, popular fighters inside the cage. One of the things that you can do is you start with your straight on jab, right? I'm extending out and throwing that jab. But instead of firing off with my cross, which is a popular combo, instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a slight angle step, okay? So if I think about my feet in line, almost like a V. So this foot's going this way, and this foot's going this way, the opponent is in the middle. So I go here, I angle step off. Look where my shoulders are and how I'm lined up. This next punch, I'm gonna rotate back and I'm gonna be able to throw in that punch. I'm here, throwing my jab in, and then I wanna angle step off. Look at my shoulders, that's the main thing I want you to focus on now. And I want you to pivot back. So I'm here, throwing that jab in. Then after I throw the jab, angle step off and fire back. Now guys, if you really want to improve your footwork and you want to set up some kicking techniques, not just punching techniques, make sure you check out the video right here and you will see how you can utilize the same footwork but in a kicking style or in a kicking environment. Also, you're probably wondering, how would you use karate in the real world, in the streets? Well, make sure you check out the other video and I have it linked up. If you can't hit the cards at the top, they're linked up in the description, along with some of my favorite equipment, favorite gear to use. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that button and we'll see you in the next video.